All right, welcome back to the channel. We got another video for you. We're fixing to get ready to get into some debadging. This is the simplest way that I found out how to debadge the car. We still got two badges down here left. The 300S logo. We took off the victory wing, and as you can see, there's still some ghosting in there. And I took off where I got my car from, the little sticker there. But we're gonna go back over it with everything that we need right here. So we got, you're gonna need some fishing line or some dental floss, and I got the pads to apply the polishing compound with. So we're gonna put it on one of these and we're gonna rub that in. I'm gonna show you how to do that. And we got a plastic scraper. It's very it's very good to have something plastic, something that won't scratch the paint too much or anything. But if it does get scratched just slightly, that's what you have your polishing compound for. And in my handy spray bottle, I got some Goo Gone, and we're gonna spray that on, and we're gonna let it sit for a minute, and we're gonna let it work. Most people on most videos just spray it on and instantly start wiping or scrubbing. I'm just gonna spray it on, let it sit for a minute and work. You're gonna need some microfiber pads. You're gonna need a couple of them, at least two, be on the safe side. And last but not least, we're gonna have some soapy water to clean it up with. And I'm gonna end up washing the whole car because it needs it anyway. But that's pretty much what you need: plastic scraper, applicating pads for the polishing compound, adhesive remover, Goo Gone or Goof Off, either one, and pads and soapy water to clean everything up with, because you don't want anything to sit on your paint because it might cause more, harm than good. But other than that, let's jump right into it. All right, so you're gonna take your shitty fishing wire, and this one has all kinds of kinks in it. You can use a heat gun to heat this up first if you want, but I got this off without one, and I'm gonna show you how to get rid of them ghost flames with the ghost marks in them, and in a minute. But let's try to fit this behind the 300 logo, and you're gonna just work it back and forth, pulling it. Now it's gonna create a good bit of friction, and the line more than likely will snap. So just make sure you have enough. I'm having to work with what I have. So if this breaks too much, like that's about it. So line is horrible, just slipping out my hands. And I ordered like a debadging wire tool thing, but it's taking forever for it to come. So
it's coming through.
Yeah, it's coming through. I think I might leave the S logo for right now. I thought about ordering the carbon fiber 300S and leaving like the victory wings off. Okay, so that went through without breaking. I think I'm gonna get rid of that S one too. I just don't like it. I'm trying to get rid of all this chrome. Okay, and the same thing with the 300 logo. Just work your way on through, take your time, just like that. There, line didn't snap, and it pops right off. And I advise like saving these, because people are actually paying a good bit of money for these logos. So just keep that in mind. I still got the victory wing in the trunk. So we're gonna take and see if we can, it looked like it wasn't as much adhesive right here as it was right here. So I wanna try and get off as much of it as I can with your fingers. But if you can't, use your plastic scraper to get it started on the edge, and just work it just like that. See, it's coming. And like I said, you take your time doing it. You're not in no rush. But like I said, you might leave behind a few swirls, not swirls, but like light scratches. No matter what you use, people use plastic scrapers or a plastic razor blade. Either one. I'd rather use like a razor blade, to be honest, but I didn't have one. So we're just gonna keep going. Almost got it. Okay. I think we about got as much of it off as we are going to get right there. Same thing with the S. Now we're gonna let our I'm gonna take a old microfiber rag. I'm gonna lift the trunk up just a little bit, and I'm gonna have it up under here so that way when you spray, it down, it'll just drip on here. It won't be running all down your bumper and stuff. So just spray a nice, if it can spray. Since my sprayer didn't work, I'm gonna take one of my applicator pads and I'm gonna put some Goo Gone on it and just work it into the area, dab it on, and then I'll let it sit for about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Give it time enough to work since I scraped off a good. That's why it's good to scrape off as much adhesive as you can so you can give it more room to work.
Got a weird smell to it.
Smells like citrus or weird citrus. The one I use smells like citrus. This is another regular Goo Gone that I had filled up my bottle with.
Smell like chemicals and citrus.
Yeah, that's all it is chemicals and citrus smelling. I think the rest of what you smell is the old can over there. So we're gonna let this sit for about, like I said, 3 to 5 minutes. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna scrape it again, and we're gonna get all this off, and then we're gonna go across it. We're gonna wipe it down, clean it off, and then we're gonna go across it with our polishing compound. And I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Okay, so now after we let it sit for about 5 minutes, it took a good bit of work to get this off. And I do not recommend Goo Gone for the life of me. I would have rather used Goof Off. I worked in new construction cleaning and getting like old adhesive off. Goo Gone, like Goof Off, worked like almost instantly. So I use what I have for right now. But in the future, for doing stuff like this, learn from my mistakes. Get Goof Off the first time around. But rubbing it and using my plastic scraper and a little bit of my fingernail, I got the rest of that adhesive off. So I highly recommend getting some like applicating pads, microfiber applicating pads. That helped out a good bit. But right now we're gonna clean this up and wipe it down. But before I do that, let me wipe this shoe so I can show you. But I'm gonna use it there. But right here, as you see, I already debadged, like I said, the Victory Wing logo. Wipe off some of that pollen. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my other clean applicator pad. And I'm going to use McGuire's polishing compound, because this isn't too harsh, and this one is the one that's safe for your clear coat, so restores stores your finish and so on and so forth, gets rid of scratches. So let me make sure it's cast out. Okay. Close it. Make sure you shake it well. Okay. And just apply a little bit to your pad. Don't need like a whole lot, just enough. So we're gonna just dab it on. We're just gonna work it. And you're gonna spend some time doing this. And if it doesn't come all the way off by hand, but it's already starting to fade now. So this is a great way to get rid of the ghost marks after debadging. So you're gonna be rubbing for a while, depending on how bad the ghosting is in your paint. And if you have a actual polishing machine, that'll probably work a whole heap better. But it's really getting rid of that. I'm really amazed how well this is working. Try to wipe some of it off. Try to buff it out. Look at that. Wow. Like I said, you could go over this how many ever times you need to. I can still see just a little bit of it there and there, but that's a huge difference. That looks incredibly good. So I'm gonna go over it one more time. Let's see if we can get rid of those 2 marks right there. So like I said, you don't need much, but this one's pretty much safe for your clear coat. So go at your leisure, apply how much you want to. Take your time. Remember why I said it's not a race.
Wax on, wax off.
There you go. There we go. Okay. Okay. It's up to you.
That looks a lot better.
Man.
I don't see anything now.
Yeah, like I said, it depends on how bad the mark is. I
see a small one, yeah, right there.
I see a small one here. We're gonna tack this one more time. Like I said, you're gonna go over this probably about like 2 or 3 times, depending on how bad it is, and wipe it clean to see how far you've gotten. But right here, where I see some more at, the other side looks pretty good. So we're gonna just work on this spot here. And all the scratches that were in it are like gone. So highly recommend Meguiar's polishing. What is this again? Yeah, the polishing compound.
Y'all used McGuire's to wash the car, didn't it?
Yeah, Meguiar's wash and wax combination. I think it's like yellow in color, and it worked extremely well. And the car, it really brings out the color in the car.
I mean, McGuire, if you want to sponsor, then
That'd be nice. Yeah, yeah. Look at that. That's nice. I said eventually I'm gonna go over the whole trunk again because I got rid of the dealership that I got the car from, this, and I've gotten rid of this. But pretty much do that same process I just did with taking off the badges, with removing the ghosting in the paint and the swirls and the scratches. This is like your ultimate guide to debadging your car, making it, and it looks so much better without all the badge work on the back. So I got more videos coming. We got, as you can see down here with the, I'm still working on the exhaust tips. So I'm gonna finish that up. We're getting rid of all that chrome, and I'm fixing to finish up the video to show you the process that I took to get that nice gloss black that it is over here on the left side. So once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Share, comment, and subscribe. It's free, and it really helps the channel out. Helps the channel out a lot. So subscribe to the channel. I will sound like a broken record on every video at the end. Subscribe. It'll help us out to keep doing more stuff like this so we can help more people like y'all, car people, nerdy people. Like I said, we have a video for anything and anything that you want, and let us know what video you want to see on the channel that we haven't done yet. Any challenges, any unboxings, or more stuff to do with the car like this. So I'm not seeing a lot of 300 content, like a lot of in-depth. I'm seeing a lot of Chargers, Challengers, Scat Pack, Hellcat, Durango, this and that. It's nice to show these big boats some love too. So subscribe to the channel. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed.
stay douchey.
Stay douchey.